Just last week, federal agents raided 2 homes of rapper and music mogul Sean P. Diddy Combs in Los Angeles and Miami. Combs is the subject of a federal investigation.
It's a situation that I consider private.
You just feel like it ain't really nobody's business. But now Black Twitter has claimed it.
Hold on to your seats, folks, because the celebrity world just got rocked by some jaw-dropping news. It seems like the fairy tale romance of Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith has hit a major roadblock, and it's got everyone talking. But what's the real bombshell here? Well, buckle up because it's all about Will's alleged involvement in none other than Diddy's scandalous shindigs. Can you believe it?
I brought this subject up because there's a couple of things that really bother me here.
We're diving deep into the gossip pool, and here's the scoop. Despite all the whispers surrounding Will's ties to Dwayne Martin, now the spotlight's shining even brighter on him, courtesy of Diddy's wild parties. Rumor has it that Will's been tossing his name around in connection to these infamous bashes hosted by none other than the man himself, Diddy.
Sandra, this is going to turn into a huge scene that is going to be an all-day thing, and it involves, yes, P. Diddy. The home is actually registered to Bad Boy Films.
And you won't believe the twist. Seems like there was some sort of offer on the table, but Will's generosity was met with a cold shoulder. Talk about adding fuel to the fire. But wait, there's more to this story than meets the eye. It turns out that while the spotlight's on Diddy and his wild escapades, law enforcement's been making some serious moves too. Homeland Security Investigations agents, along with other law enforcement officers, have been making waves by raiding Diddy's homes in both Los Angeles and Miami. What's the deal, you ask? Well, word on the street is it's all tied to a possible sex trafficking investigation. Yikes. And if that wasn't enough drama for you, brace yourself for this bombshell. Amid all this chaos, accusations of sexual assault are flying left and right, with Diddy right in the middle of it all. From lawsuits alleging physical abuse to claims of group assault dating back to 2003, it's a messy situation, to say the least.
And in this lawsuit, he claims that essentially P. Diddy was the Epstein of the rap industry.
And with all eyes on the music mogul, including those of the law, it's safe to say things are about to get a whole lot crazier in celebrity land. So grab your popcorn, folks, because this roller coaster ride is far from over. Now, let's shift gears for a moment and dive into the peculiar world of Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith's marriage. Seriously, folks, if there's one Hollywood duo that keeps us all guessing, it's these two.
Well, Jada Pinkett Smith drops a bombshell. Apparently, she and her husband, Will Smith, haven't been together for 7.
Picture this, a love story that spans decades, yet is riddled with more twists and turns than a Hollywood blockbuster. Jada and Will have the weirdest marriage ever, and that's saying something in Tinseltown. You see, despite their separation since 2016 and their admission to living completely separate lives, these two still managed to keep us all on the edge of our seats with their cryptic statements and oddities.
There are so many surprising things in the book, but the thing that surprised me the most.
In a recent interview with Hoda Kotb, Jada peeled back the curtain on their relationship, confirming what many had suspected, but few had dared to utter aloud. They're no longer romantically together. It was not a divorce on paper, Jada clarified, but it was a divorce. Why the secrecy, you ask? Well, it seems like they were still trying to figure out how to navigate their partnership in the public eye. Just not being ready yet. Still trying to figure out between the two of us how to be in partnership, Jada confessed. But here's where it gets even juicier. Despite considering a legal divorce, Jada has never been able to pull the trigger. I made a promise that there will never be a reason for us to get a divorce, she revealed. I just haven't been able to break that promise. So, what's next for this enigmatic couple? Are they destined to remain in this limbo indefinitely? Or is there a storm brewing on the horizon? With recent events swirling around them, including Will's alleged ties to Diddy's scandalous shindigs, one can't help but wonder if Jada is finally forced to officially divorce Will. It's a cliffhanger fit for the silver screen.
On a daily basis, or you've seen a certain reality, that's your norm, right? So then when other people see things and that's not their norm,
yes,
it's kind of like, oh, okay.
Rumors of Will and Jada's divorce have been swirling for almost a month now, gaining momentum right after the shocking searches at Diddy's lavish properties. But amidst the chaos of speculation, one thing remains clear. Jada's focus isn't on Will's possible infidelity. It's squarely on the potential damage to her reputation and livelihood. For Jada, the stakes couldn't be higher. If Will's rumored involvement in Diddy's scandalous affairs proves to be true, the repercussions could extend far beyond mere marital strife. Legal experts suggest that Will could face arrest, and the confiscation of their shared assets looms ominously on the horizon. Faced with the looming threat of legal action and the irreparable damage to her public image, Jada finds herself at a crossroads she never anticipated.
Was that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives.
Reluctantly, but with a steely resolve, Jada realizes that she has no choice but to proceed with the divorce. It's not just about severing ties with Will anymore. It's about salvaging what remains of her reputation and protecting her future. In a town where perception is everything, Jada knows that she can't afford to be associated with scandal and controversy any longer. And if anyone needed proof of the legitimacy of Jada's fears, the mounting lawsuits against Sean Diddy Combs serve as a chilling reminder of the dangers lurking in the celebrity world. Diddy, once the untouchable titan of the music industry, now finds himself ensnared in a web of accusations ranging from sexual assault to sex trafficking. The sheer magnitude of allegations is enough to send shockwaves through Hollywood and beyond.
It's safe to say not a lot of people know what's going on, and I'll bet he doesn't really know what's going on either.
Take, for instance, the case brought by Rodney Lil Rod Jones Jr., a producer from Chicago who filed a federal complaint accusing Diddy of being part of an illegal racketeering enterprise. Jones's allegations paint a disturbing picture of Diddy's alleged involvement in substance distribution, illegal firearms, and solicitation of minors and sex workers. According to Jones, Diddy's demands extended far beyond music production, delving into the dark realm of coercion and exploitation.
It's just crazy. Just read.
But Jones isn't the only one leveling damning accusations against Diddy. Jane Doe's lawsuit alleges a harrowing account of being sex trafficked by Diddy and his associates when she was underage. Her story, if true, exposes a pattern of predatory behavior and manipulation that spans decades.
Her attorneys are pointing out the fact that she has actual photos in the studio. So placing her there in the studio, one of the photos, she's actually sitting on Diddy's lap.
The details are chilling. Intoxicated drinks, forced sexual acts, and a young woman's life irreversibly shattered by the trauma inflicted upon her. And let's not forget Cassandra Cassie Ventura's lawsuit, which accused Diddy of sexual assault, battery, and sex trafficking. Cassie's claims of enduring physical abuse and coercion during her relationship with Diddy paint a disturbing picture of power dynamics gone awry.
My position on him, he was never a father figure, bruh. You understand?
Her decision to settle the case may have silenced her voice legally, but the echoes of her allegations continue to reverberate, casting a shadow over Diddy's reputation. But perhaps the most shocking revelation comes from Joey Dickerson, Neil, who alleges that Diddy sexually assaulted her in 1991 when she was just a college student. Her lawsuit, filed under New York's Adult Survivors Act, seeks justice for the alleged assault and the subsequent emotional turmoil endured over decades.
And I remember, I don't know if you know what his voice sounds like, but I felt like I was in the presence of his mom.
If Dickerson, Neil's claims hold true, they serve as a stark reminder that the effects of sexual violence can linger long after the initial trauma. And now fresh allegations have surfaced against Diddy's own son, Christian King Combs. Grace O'Marquet's lawsuit accuses Christian of sexual assault, battery, and intentional infliction of emotional distress during a yacht trip in 2022. O'Marquet's allegations paint a disturbing picture of debauchery and violence aboard the yacht, with Diddy himself implicated in fostering an environment ripe for exploitation. With each new lawsuit, the walls of Diddy's empire crumble, revealing a dark underbelly of power, privilege, and abuse. The once untouchable mogul now finds himself besieged by legal battles that threaten to dismantle everything he's built. And as the truth slowly comes to light, one can't help but wonder, is this the beginning of the end for Diddy?
Diddy's public reputation is done.
It's done.
Yeah.
For Jada Pinkett Smith, the stakes couldn't be higher. As she navigates the turbulent waters of her own marriage and the fallout from Will's alleged involvement in Diddy's scandalous affairs, she's forced to confront the harsh reality of life in the public eye. In a town where perception is everything, Jada knows that her association with Will could have dire consequences for her own reputation and livelihood. But amidst the chaos and uncertainty, one thing remains clear: Jada is determined to take control of her own narrative. Whether it means officially ending her marriage to Will or distancing herself from the scandal surrounding Diddy, one thing is for certain: Jada Pinkett Smith is no stranger to adversity, and she'll stop at nothing to protect herself and her family from the fallout of Hollywood's darkest secrets. As we wade through the murky waters of celebrity drama, it's only natural to turn our gaze towards the court of public opinion. What are fans saying about the tumultuous saga unfolding between Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith, and the whirlwind of scandal surrounding none other than Diddy? Let's take a peek behind the curtain and see what the fans have to say. I don't believe for a second she is not aware of all that's leaking out already. This is probably why their son is so messed up, one fan opines, casting doubt on Jada's purported innocence amidst the storm of controversy. It's a sentiment that resonates with many who question the depth of Jada's involvement in the unfolding drama. But not everyone is quick to point fingers solely at Jada. Jada is just as bad as Will. They are disgusting for putting their children through their own greed or fame. What a disgrace to their children, another fan declares, highlighting the toll that fame and fortune can take on a family. And then there are those who see through the facade of shock and surprise. Jada acting horrified and shocked. Come on, people. She knows stuff. Did anyone notice Jada claiming her non-divorce conveniently had her living apart from Will for the last 7 years? 7 years is a statute of limitations for felonies, Church Lady says. How convenient, muses another astute observer, pointing out the suspicious timing of Jada's revelations about her marriage. Before we bid adieu, we want to hear from you, dear viewers. What's your take on this whirlwind of celebrity drama? Do you think Jada is truly as innocent as she claims, or is there more to this story than meets the eye? And what about the future of Jada and Will's marriage? Do you see a reconciliation on the horizon, or is this the end of the road for Hollywood's most enigmatic couple? Share your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Until next time, stay tuned for more juicy updates from the world of celebrity gossip.